Hey, I just thought I'd do a quick video to discuss how I came to intermittent fasting as a diet. It did something that I had not heard of until about I think it was about 6 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago. I was feeling a little depressed about my weight one day, and I was watching YouTube videos about weight loss, and I came across a TED Talk by a physicist. And his entire TED Talk was about the physics behind weight loss. And, imagine that you work out more and eat less, you lose weight. And he was rather proud of himself for figuring that out. And, well, it pissed me off. It pissed me off for a couple of reasons. First of all, this guy was not large. He started the entire video talking about how he had to lose 6 kilograms. And it really frustrated me that this person was talking about exercise more, eat less, as if that was all there was to it. I have never met a fat person who hasn't dieted. I have never gone more than a year at a time that I did not try some form of restrictive diet. And none of them functionally worked. I mean, you might lose weight. In fact, there were times when I lost 50 pounds. But at some point, it would always stall out, and I would always start putting on weight, even with the restricted food amounts of food, even with more work. In fact, the more I worked, here's the big drawback, the hungrier I got. And it became harder and harder to stick to the diet. It's something that people who haven't been obese don't understand. After a certain amount of weight loss, your body gets used to less food and starts storing anyway. It's called insulin resistance. There's a lot to it, but that same day, being very pissed off at that TED Talk, there was another TED Talk that came up right afterwards. And it was by you'll note I didn't name the other one. It was called The Mathematics of Weight Loss, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But the next video came up was from a Dr. Attia, or Attia. I'm not really sure on the pronunciation, but sounds about right. And it was originally recorded in 2013. Like I said, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago when I watched them. But going into this video, great, here's a doctor, it's going to tell me eat less, move more. And that video was so much more. It was called, I believe I'll put a link to that one. I will put a link to that one. But it was about what if we're wrong about diabetes. And that was the concept of the talk. But in it, he discussed why why your body is storing fat, and why your body might store fat it shouldn't be storing. And like I said, it was the first time I'd heard about insulin resistance. And by the end of that video, I was kind of in tears. It's kind of an emotional video. You'd have to watch it. But I felt good about the fact that there was something else out there. And the next day I wasn't so depressed and wasn't thinking about weight loss again for a while. And then one day I met a guy in school who had, said that he was intermittent fasting because of insulin resistance. Now, intermittent fasting sounded scary, but insulin resistance rung a bell. So I started asking him questions. insulin resistance. Well, intermittent fasting. What's that? What are you? And he told me about what he was doing. We were so excited talking to each other that the teacher thought we were arguing. Uh, thought we were going to have to call security or something. We were just really like, yeah, people don't seem to understand. And well, he got me excited enough to go to a couple websites and buy Dr. Fung's book, The Obesity Code, and that started me into it. It was still another year and a half before I successfully applied it, but those events are what led me to intermittent fasting. Definitely watch Dr. Peter Attia's video, TED Talk. I will put a link in the description. And like as I have said before, read Obesity Code. If you have exercised your brains out, causing nothing but joint pain and hunger and gained weight in the end, this explains why and a better way for you to lose weight. And I hope that helps. Thank you.